Hey class, this is as far as I've gotten so far. I want to talk about what I had made before and where I'm at right now. So what I made before was an 8 uh, neopixel sewn on to this piece of fabric, and then that all snapped onto my jacket. All of it was controlled by this Gemma M0. This is made by Adafruit, great company, and it uses Python, which is easier to learn to code with than C or Arduino. But the problem was, we turned this on. It had some really good features to it. Right now, I coded this like I called it a Cylon uh, move, and then if I push this button here, this conductive wire, it changes it to an 8-bit code, and it would spell something out. And then I also had another button, and when I pushed it here, it would switch it to this kind of Easter colors random pattern. Now the problem with this is that it's really finicky the way I built it, and as you can see, the wires back here are, you can see they are stainless steel wires that I kind of hot glued together to keep them separated so they wouldn't short out. But look at this, just by moving that around, all of a sudden it kind of went to crap and it wasn't working well. And now it's back and it's doing this, but when this moves around, it glitches out. So I wanted to fix that problem. So let's turn this off, and I'll show you what I have now. And this was mostly just wiring this together. I'm going to turn this on, and here we have 40 LEDs, and these are all, I didn't know they even sold these when I bought the first set. These are pre-wired. They're pre-wired, and they're water resistant, so if you put them on a costume and it gets a little drizzly out, it should still work. They snap together, and sometimes I feel pretty dumb about things, but it literally took me like 45 minutes to go, oh, okay, I need to take one side of it where it did have the snaps, just cut it, and then put the alligator clips on it onto my board. But some other additional improvements I've got here is I've got a resistor and a capacitor to take the edge off and make it easier so we don't blow any of these neopixels and ruin them. And then this board is actually a Circuit Playground Express, and it's got built-in buttons. There's a reset button in the middle here. It's got a microphone, temperature gauge, impact. So I've all these wonderful inputs. I don't have to build any new buttons. I don't have to do the capacitive touch like I had on this guy. And the next steps are come up with a cool design that uses up to 40 neopixels, and then 3D print the housings, sew this onto a piece of denim, and then snap that onto my jacket. I think I'm going to go with a different shape. I want to have maybe bigger spikes. Stretch goal here is to make this like a really big, cool looking like dome with spikes and stuff, and maybe even like a spike that I push on the spike and it can push these buttons, and by pushing those buttons it changes the patterns. But what I like about this is there's so many more that I can use. It's easier to use, and so that's where I'm at. And I told you what my next steps are, and I'm really glad I've taken this class. It's been pretty exciting so far. Thank you all.